Good afternoon. Happy Sunday from sunny San Antonio, Texas. Let me take this banner off. There we go. Welcome. Let's see. Got a couple of people on. It is Pat Coates and Stella. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for sharing, Pat. I'll try to watch the comments as they come in. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Hope y'all are staying cool. I forgot what I was going to say. We'll go ahead and get started. For those that are watching the replay, go ahead and get this show on the road. Welcome wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching from YouTube or you're watching from Facebook. I'm streaming right now on both locations. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. And I am live Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time in order to show you how you can make your own handmade greeting cards, home decor items, gift giving items, pretty much anything using your Stampin' Up! Products. Or, if you use other products, we're here to also give you some inspiration and share with you some ideas on what you can do. So thank you, Corin, for sharing. Let me show you. Let's go ahead and get some announcements out of the way. Okay, let's get some announcements out of the way, and then we'll do a drawing. Make sure I have the prizes for the drawing. I want to find them. I know they're around here because I pulled them out last night. So let's go ahead and let's get some. Hey, Beverly, and hello, Lisa from Missouri. Let's get some announcements out of the way. Let me find my little overlays here. There is still 10 days left to subscribe to the next Paper Pumpkin box. And I'm telling you, it looks like it's going to be a cute one. Look at that box, y'all. You have until August the 10th to subscribe. And for those of you that might be watching for the first time, if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it is essentially our monthly paper crafting subscription box. Sort of like when you get other household items or makeup or some other monthly subscriptions. Well, we have a crafting subscription box. I don't remember the price. It's roughly like $22, I think. And you can subscribe month to month. You can buy it one time. The deadline every single month is the 10th. And in that pretty little box there that gets delivered right to where you get your mail, it has everything that you need in order to do that particular month's projects. And each month, the projects are different. They can be cards. Most of the time they're cards, but in this next one, Sweet Sunflowers, there's a free gift that's in there, and that one's going to contain enough supplies to create 9 cards. Things are already die cut for you, embossed for you. It includes an exclusive stamp set that you're not going to get anywhere else, and also an ink spot so that you can do your stamping. The only thing that we suggest is a good pair of paper clips and maybe a bone folder, just some general supplies that you might have on hand. So don't forget, you have to subscribe by August the 10th. And if you don't want to subscribe and you want to try it out, you can always purchase a prepaid code that you can redeem online by the 10th. So if you need any help with that, just holler at me and I'll be more than glad to walk you through that process. But the deadline is August the 10th. So make sure that if you want to subscribe or get a kit, or if you have your subscription on pause, that you unpause it, or if you want more than one kit, that you go change the quantity that you want, but you have to do it by August the 10th. So there's that. And then don't forget, we still are promoting our Crafting for a Cause, which is the Nourish and Flourish Kit. $3 from the sale of each one of these kits goes directly towards food scarcity programs. And this particular kit includes 9 embossed card bases. Basically, you're creating 9 cards, 3 of each. They are super cute. I did a live on this, a month and a half ago at least, if you want to go back and watch that video. And then this kit also comes with one of those, I call them lunch boxes, but that's what I just grew up calling them. But it's like a little thermal, lunch kit box. Super cute. It is super cute. And the cost of that is $39. Don't forget, we also have celebration going on, which means that for every $50 that you purchase, you get to choose either a level 1 or level 2 item out of our celebration brochure. And then next we have my fall weekend retreat. There's still spots available. So if you can't come, which is Thursday, October 6th through Sunday, October 9th, you have the option of arriving on Friday as well. So there's lots of options to choose from, but there's still space. And if you can't come, you can take it to go. There is a to-go option available that'll include your make and takes, the pillow gifts, a $50 Stampin' Up! Goodie bag, everything shipped directly to your door, all for $106. The early bird registration ends today. I had forgot about that particular date, but it does. It ends today. So if you want to take it to go, you can save $10 off of your registration by registering today. There's a link. The links are also going to be in the event description. So I know my banner that's going across might be cutting off the bottom of that, but there's that QR code you can also scan. But the links will also be in the event description. And I believe they're already there. So if you want to go check that link out, there is going to be a link to pre-register. And then there's going to be a link for the survey so that I know how to invoice you. And then that $10 will be taken off of your invoice. And then the last thing I want to announce today is my giant craft sale coming up in a couple of weeks. Saturday, August the 13th. It's going to be a 12-hour shindig here at my craft studio. So I'm so glad y'all can't see the rest of my craft studio right now because there is stuff everywhere. I'm trying to get things, but you can scan that QR code, or the link will also be in the event description as well. So that if you want to go RSVP to that, you can. I'm having people RSVP, that way I can send detailed location information. So if you live in the San Antonio, Texas area or surrounding areas and you want to swing by, you are welcome to. But if I have at least your email, then I can send you the detailed location information on how to get here. So I have a little bit of everything. And normally these are the things that are on my Square site that are available for my BOGO, but I've pulled it all and am just literally going to be reducing prices a lot in order to get rid of it, because there's a lot, you guys. I cannot believe how much retired stuff I have, but I can't use it. So when I demonstrate, I only demonstrate with current products. And so those retired products don't do anything for me. And I want to know that they go to good homes and people are going to use them. And some people don't care if it's retired or not, because maybe you're not doing this as a business or doing lives or anything like that. So, yeah. Let's catch up on some comments. Hello, Shirley. Thank you for sharing, Shirley. Hi, Heather. Hi, Robin. Robin is usually my roomie when we go on retreats. And Robin's going to be my roomie when we go on our crafting cruise in January. I'm so excited. But while I'm thinking about retreats, this next Thursday, I am actually going to a retreat. I'm going to Shannon's retreat. And Sunday's video, I'm going to pre-record and then have it set to premiere at 3 p.m. So I'm not actually going to go live from the retreat. I know I normally go live like when I do a retreat, but on hers, I'm not going to go live. So just keep a lookout for the next Sunday video, but it'll be pre-recorded because I won't be here. I'm going to be at a retreat, enjoying myself. So, but yeah, crafting cruise in January. I know it's already full, so nobody else can go unless there's like a last minute cancellation or anything. But I'm going with my upline, so and a huge group of some other ladies as well. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be lots of fun. Never been on a cruise before, so we'll see. Hello, Diane. Beverly, yes, Beverly's coming to my sale. I saw her RSVP. Retreat link isn't working with the video overview. Okay, I will get that corrected. I don't think I can correct it right now while I'm live, but I will get that corrected. Thank you, Heather, for letting me know. And maybe one day Bev can do the retreat. Hello, Diane. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If you come on, say hello to everybody else. Let me get this camera flipped to my display camera. And then, but you know what, first, let's go ahead and do a drawing. Let me see if I can locate. Y'all, I swear, I would literally lose my head if it was not attached. Prizes were still in the drawer. That's why I couldn't find them a while ago. Okay, so let me go ahead and just take them out. If y'all joined me last week, y'all saw we played with the Christmas Scotty bundle. And I made, if I can get a grip on them. There we go. We made these three cards. And today we're going to be giving those away. So let's do a drawing. And if you're watching, let me share my screen. Share screen. It's a few steps to share the screen. Share. Let's see. Here we go. Because there's my stop sharing at the bottom. All right, so if you watched my video last week, if you liked my video or hearted it or made a comment, or if you shared it, your name is on the wheel. And if you shared the video, your name's on there twice. I do give an extra entry for those that share my video, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. And it's as simple as literally clicking share and sharing to your feed and to your friends. But you have to come back into the comments and type shared, because privacy settings don't always tell me everybody that shared. And I want to make sure that you get credit for sharing the video. So these are all of the names. Let me shuffle this a couple of more times. that shuffle happens really, really quick. And one more. All right. Let's spin. It's gonna go for a few seconds, and then it will do like a confetti pop, and then we'll have our winner, and then we'll make sure I write down who that winner is. Oh, that was I don't know if y'all heard that pop, but it did pop. And Mary Ann Sanders. And look at that, y'all. It was her share that won. So congratulations, Mary Ann. Your cards, obviously, when I send out cards, they do come with envelopes. And then so I'll make sure I get those out in the mail. And then let me stop sharing. So congratulations, Mary Ann. You hadn't won in a while. So guess you were due to win. All right, now we're back. So yes, yay, Mary Ann. Yay, yay, yay. All right, now let me get this camera flipped over because we got some cards to make today. Let me make sure. All right, there we go. All right, let me adjust my chair. Take a sip of some Sprite. And then let me show you. I don't know if she's watching or she's going to watch the replay, but I guess it was Monday. Anyway, within the last week, I got some happy mail from my friend Bonnie. Bonnie is from Virginia, and Bonnie and her friend Tina, they really like the scrapbooking videos. And so I was surprised to see a little get well soon. She's got a little message in there, and I won't show it because it's a personal message, but I just wanted to show that I got this really cute card. I kind of like the layout. I might case this, Bonnie. I'm sorry, it's not Bonnie, it's Cindy. Sorry, I'm thinking of Bonnie Lynn. Bonnie and Lynn, I'm thinking of Bonnie. It's Cindy, but Cindy and Tina watch my videos. But thank you so much, Cindy, for your well wishes. She was a little delayed, but back when I wasn't feeling well and going through a little rough spot, but she still had the thought to send me a get well card, and I appreciate it. And I really do like the layout, so I'm definitely going to case that, Cindy. So thank you. I love happy mail. I have a huge stack of happy mail. All right. So what are we doing today? Oh, by the way, today's the last day also, if you want to take advantage of the July, monthly online ordering special. It was a free kit to make these 4 cards with coordinating envelopes. Got the coordinating envelopes here. Today's the last day. The host code, it's not displaying along the bottom because it's the last day of the month, and I'm actually waiting for like midnight to strike Mountain Time so that I can create a new host code for August. So what I'm doing today is the August monthly class and free kit in the mail, which simply means when you purchase at least $25 on my online store, you get a free kit in the mail. And I'm going to show you the kit here in a little bit. But this is for July because we're still July. And I actually have, if you don't want to purchase, or if you don't need to purchase anything, I actually still have 2 kits available for these cards. They are $10 each. And plus, I think it's roughly about $3.50 shipping. But you are first come, whoever wants them, just claim them in the comments. And I'll go back and look to see whoever claimed them first. Or let me see if I can watch the comments. Oh, hi, Margaret. Margaret from Rhode Island. Thank you for sharing. Lisa. But yes, if you're interested in these kits, I've got a couple of extra for July. And it makes these 4 note card sizes and has everything you need. Everything's die cut, embossed. It has all the accessories that you need. I just can't do any of the stamping. So, but if you've got any other stamps, you can certainly substitute for the sentiments. All right. So what are we doing today? Let's see. Heather claims 1 and I can pick up to save shipping. Oh, awesome. Okay, Heather, I will keep 1 off the side for you. All right, so what are we doing today? We're going to do the August monthly class and free kit in the mail. And so we're going to be using, if you have your July to December mini catalog, pages 50. Actually, starting with 48. It starts with 48 and goes through 50, but specifically, I'm just focusing on the Hello Harvest bundle, which is this particular stamp set. There we go. It's this stamp set with coordinating dies and the designer series paper. It's part of a whole suite collection that has a lot more stuff to it. Like it's got these the leaf label and amber gem combo, and then also introduces our new embossing tools edition kit, and then 12 by 12 black cardstock. But I'm just focusing on the bundle and the designer series paper for this particular monthly special. And OMG, if y'all have not seen this paper, so one side of the paper is colorful and it's a print. Like here's this side. It's a whole, these are 12 by 12 sheets of designer series paper. In the package, you get 2 of each one of these sheets. And look at these pumpkins. This paper is gorgeous. But then the flip side to each one of these pieces of designer series paper, it's black and white. And so this one is kind of like diagonal black and white little stripes here. And then you have this sheet of crushed curry that has this gorgeous design. And then the flip side to that is this one that has some acorns and some like the leafy part to the acorns. Then you have this sheet, which we're going to be using in one of the cards we make today. It's gorgeous. It's like that on both sides. So you can actually get like 6 cards off of one sheet if you're doing that. And then the back side is just this kind of this random design. Then you have this full sheet. I'm going to be using that one today too. And then you have the flip side to that one. Then you have this one that's Cajun Craze with like these, they're not straight, but they're kind of dotted lines. That's Cajun Craze. And then you have the back, which is all these leafy designs. And then you have this one. Oh, this one's gorgeous too. This mossy meadow with all these different kind of swirls on there. And then the flip side to that one is this black and white kind of, it's like a large gingham type pattern. But yes, oh my goodness, this paper is gorgeous. Sorry, I didn't mean to move that there. And I just did it again. And what fell? My adhesive just fell. All right, I got it. So let's get started. Move that out of the way. Okay, so Donna wants one. Okay, so Donna and Heather. Okay, I will set it aside for you ladies. and then we'll just figure out how to pay. I'll probably send just a quick PayPal invoice. Hello, Terry. Yes, Terry, they were already claimed. They went pretty quick. I normally don't, like when I have extra kits, I normally don't say anything. I just kind of hold on to them. But I thought this time I'd go ahead and just say, hey, I got a couple of extra kits because it's the end of the month. And quite honestly, my kits, they just end up in a bin with other extra kits. And I'm planning on pulling those out at my craft sale. And if anybody wants to get any of the kits there, if I decide not to, then I will do something on Facebook where I'll just list the kits that I have, and if anybody wants them, y'all can claim them there. So let me take another sip of my Sprite. Donna wants to know what stamp set was the kit. It was the Cottage Rose. Abigail something. Abigail. Oh, I got it right here. Abigail. Got it right here. Oh, I thought I had it right here. But it was the Abigail Rose Sweet Collection. So I think it was like Cottage Rose. It was the Cottage Rose stamp set. So I hope that helps. All right. So let's get started with our first card. I've got these little pieces out. And I will tell you, let me get my actual card. We're going to be making this one first. This top piece is embossed. And I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it is embossed. Now, when I did the embossing, I decided to change it. And I still, let me get my other stamped out here. I forgot to take my limited edition stamp out. I decided to change the embossing. Let me get that on there. So I started out with, and I don't even remember because I didn't put it on the supply list, but I started out wanting to use these mini embossing folders. And I ended up using this one on the top, but then in the second card, and I didn't want to start back over. And so just know that with the kit, the embossing folder that I'm going to be using on, I believe it's 1, 2, 3 of the cards, is the quatrefoil embossing folder. It's one of the larger embossing folders that'll give you full coverage on one of your cards. And so that's what I'm going to be using when I go to cut kits and things like that. So I'm not going to show the other one because I don't want to confuse any more than I'm already confused. So let's stamp the back. I'm going to be using that there. And then I also have a piece of basic white that we are going to put on the inside. So if you have something that you want to put on the inside, definitely do that before you go putting this down on your card base, just in case you make a boo-boo. There we go. And then we have this piece of basic black. And then we are using this piece of designer series paper. And let me use, sorry about that. We're going to use glue. I'm going to use a little glue here. I won't get glue all over me, but we're going to mat this. Look at how that designer series paper pops on that basic black, you guys. Oh my goodness. And then we have this piece of embossed. Now, when you get your kits, this particular piece is going to be embossed with the quatrefoil, not this other one that I'm using. I just didn't cut another piece and go emboss another piece. So that way it matches all the other cards. And then we're just going to overlap this. So you got a clean overlap. Go. And then this whole mat, we are going to put, we're going to put this on the front. Look at that. Oh, look at that Cajun Craze. Look at how it all just kind of comes together. Love it. Now, I did decide to go ahead and stamp because I wanted to save time. I went ahead and stamped and die cut. Why does it look so bright? I'm not going to fool with the light. It just looks bright. Let me take it over here. But anyway, I went ahead and stamped in Memento black and die cut just to save some time. And then we're going to be putting this up with, y'all just witnessed the ceremonial breaking of a full dimension sheet. Oh, there's something about using, using that first dimensional off of a new sheet and then using the last one. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take that off, and I probably shouldn't have taken that off just yet. Let me put that off to the side because a little scratch here. I toyed with adding the pumpkin on there. So, but if you wanted to leave the pumpkin off, then you could simply just put that in the middle of your card. If you wanted to just put that in the middle and call it a day, you can certainly do that. Because with the kit, this pumpkin won't be part of it because you need to stamp it and die cut it, and I can't do any of the stamping for you. So so just know that if you get your kit and you want to leave the pumpkin off, you can just put that in the center. But to show you how I did the pumpkin, we're going to be using our blends. I stamped and die cut this pumpkin in Memento, and let me go around the edge. If you're like me, you try to stay in the lines. And I got to be able to turn this a little bit here. I'm just going to go with my outline here. And then I am like literally just going to color the whole thing. And then I'm going to show you you've got these little black lines that are on the pumpkin. Go back in and fill in. Felt a cough coming on. I'm just going to fill this in. I am using dark. This is dark Cajun Craze. And let me get all these little spots that I missed the first time. If you've used our blends, you can go back over, and it just, all it does is it makes it darker. But you do want to make sure that you have something underneath your pumpkin because this will bleed through the cardstock. Okay, so just go back over, make it dark wherever you want to make it dark. And then when you're done with that, what I did is we also have a single marker that's a color lifter. And if you go over that, wherever you go over, it starts to lighten up. So if you want to go back over a few spots and highlight, it will take some of that off. Of course, you can also use the light one and go over it darker in the areas you want it to go over. But this color lifter will take some of that excess off wherever you want it to be. Okay. And it doesn't keep the color. It didn't stain it hardly. And then I used the light soft suede to do the stem here. Just keep going over it if you want it to be darker. And I'm going to show you why the back is. See how it bleeds through? That's why you definitely want to put something underneath it. And we'll put a couple of dimensionals on the back. We're going to put that right there. Now, part of the dies that come with the Rustic dies, you've got these little greenery dies, and I'm going to put those on with glue dots right around the top of my pumpkin. So let me get a glue dot. They're very fine too, so when you're die cutting these, you can also use our adhesive sheets if that will help. Fine tip glue, the other glue will also work as well. We have lots of different adhesives, and I'm just going to kind of put one there. And then let me poke out this last little bitty piece that didn't come out of there. And we'll put the other one on. Definitely, I would recommend something a lot easier than glue dots. And then now we can bring back, it's stuck to my, and then we're going to put that over here off to the right. And there you have it. If you wanted to, you could also put a little Wink of Stella on your pumpkin and give it just a little glitter. But there is card number 1. Bring that up just a little bit closer. That, like I said, that top part is embossed. It's just kind of a little hard to see with this lighting. But there's card number 1. And then we got card number 2. Let me bring this in just a little bit. Maybe that'll help with looking at it. There we go. Straighten that out there. And then card number 2. Get all my pieces. Now it's going to be hard to stamp the back of this, but I'm going to stamp it anyway. And this one is, no, this one's landscape too. I think I stamped the back of that other one wrong. This one's landscape. All of these cards actually were landscape except for one of them. Now you can barely see that. Now I would suggest, like if you have your own hand stamp, your own personalized stamp, if you do the back on this black cardstock, when it's embossed, it looks gorgeous. So I would suggest to emboss. Now, I didn't want to do any embossing with this particular card set just because, you know, that's something that I wouldn't be able to do with the kit. So I was trying to make it easy, but definitely if you're going to reproduce these, or say if you decide to come to the class or you get the kit, definitely I would suggest embossing. I think embossing would look gorgeous with these cards, which, by the way, let me just point that out. By the way, the make and takes for the retreat in October, my weekend retreat, whether you take it, whether you're there or you take it to go, are going to be using this particular suite. So you'll be getting the paper and accessories, and there'll be different cards. I might decide to duplicate one of these cards, but other than that, there'll be completely different cards for the make and takes. And let me see if you can see. There we go. That's what the quatrefoil embossing folder looks like. That's the best I can show you. And so this whole piece right here is embossed. And we're going to put this on. I'm going to put this on with some glue. That way I can get it into place. I'm going to put that down first. It's a gorgeous embossing folder, you guys. All right, so we're going to set that aside because I have 4. And I haven't quite decided what coordinating accessory. Let me do that while I put these on. What coordinating accessory I want to use for this. So normally when your order is $50 or more, you'll get a coordinating accessory with the kit. And so the Rhinestone Basic Jewels seem to be the one that's going to be most likely the coordinating accessory, because you can do a lot with basic rhinestone jewels. You can color them with our blends. You can use them just as basic rhinestones. And those are, I did use them in these make and takes. Okay, so we're just matting a few of the different designer series papers onto these pieces of Mossy Meadow. And we're using the back of this one that I'm putting on right now. So this one that has Mossy Meadow with these white kind of swirls in it. There's that side. We're going to use the back side of that one, that gingham, because I wanted a little black and white in there as well to kind of offset and match the card base. All right, so now we have these 4 pieces, and let's put these on. I'm going to put these on. Let me kind of put these down loose so I can kind of gauge where to put them. I would definitely recommend putting them on loose so you kind of get an idea of how they need to be spaced out. There is no particular template whatsoever. I'm just eyeballing it. But if you are one that likes to bring out your ruler and measure, definitely do that. Okay, so let's put this one down first. Just a little. And then this one. I love these colors. If y'all have not seen this designer series paper, at first I was like, but after I opened the package, I was like, oh yeah, we are certainly going to use that for a retreat. Okay, maybe one more after this. And the last one. Keep in mind, this is a free kit. It's just part of what I do every single month in order to thank you for your online orders with me. There we go. All right, so now we have that. And then I just have this little piece of basic white that we are going to stamp hello in Memento Black. I'm going to stamp that kind of off to the right. There we go. And then we're going to put this up with a couple of dimensionals. Help this pop off the page. There we go. Now, I've already done this piece to save some time, but I cut out this squash, this pumpkin, and then this smaller, where'd it go? This smaller pumpkin. Normally had the little bitty twirly things off of it. So I decided to use these to kind of just create a little pumpkin off to the side, little pumpkin patch off to the side. Let me cut a smaller one. a smaller piece right here on that stem. And then let's just kind of put that one. That one kind of goes in the opposite direction that my first one went in, but that's okay. They're all going to be different. So your little pile of pumpkins could be a little bit different. And then we'll put another one right down here. And then we're going to make a bow with our basic black twine from the combo pack. That combo pack is the one that has those 5 colors in it. Your crumb cake, your basic white. Make sure that'll work. And then we're going to put a glue dot on there in the middle of that. And then we're going to put it right here on that pumpkin. So I decided not to use the dies. I decided to break out the twine, and let's cut that off a little bit. Of course, you can make your bow a little smaller if you wanted to make it a little smaller. And there you have it. Card number 2. And then, of course, because it's a basic black base, you want to have something on the inside where you can see the other greeting or sentiment or whatever message you want to put on the inside. But there's card number 2. All right, card number 3. Ooh, we're going to be using crushed curry. I want it to be really colorful with these cards, and I think I got pretty colorful. I was trying to really complement the designer series paper. So crushed curry is one of our brights, and it is bright. So let's stamp the back of that. Go, hand stamped. And then got a bone folder. You can burnish that edge right there to make sure that your card kind of stays closed like it's supposed to. And then I've got my piece of basic white for the inside. Let's put that down. All right. Now, I have another piece of crushed curry, and this one actually is the entire size of the front. It's going to cover the whole front. It's not like the standard 4 by 5 1/4 base, because I wanted the entire front to be embossed. Okay, so we've got some glue there. So this is going to just line it up from one end to the other, from the top to the bottom. There we go. Now the whole front is embossed because we're going to be using that designer series paper. We're going to make the designer series paper do almost all of the work for us on this particular card. Okay, so I cut that piece down, and we're going to mat it on this piece of basic black. Get that in the middle there. Okay. And then back here on the bottom, I'm going to put a little adhesive because I've got 2 pieces of basic white twine that we're going to put along the front. Get that there and flip that over. That way it attaches to your adhesive. And then I've got the other piece that we're going to kind of get in there. Kind of go like that. And then you can adjust the sides if you need to pull one piece down or whatever. But you just want to make sure that attaches to that adhesive that's on the back. And then we're going to put a dimensional on the back of each corner. Now, I will tell you, we have black dimensionals as well. And in the black dimensional packet, you get the big dimensionals and you also get the mini dimensionals. So it's kind of like half and half. So if you wanted to use the black ones, I would totally suggest using the black ones like in this particular case. And I say that because once you put your dimensionals down, let's get that in the front there. When you look at it from like the side, I don't know if you can see that, then you won't be able to see the whites of the dimensionals because they're black. So it's just it's not really like a game, like, what do they call it? Not a game changer, but I can't think of the word. It just makes them less noticeable when you use the black ones, is what I'm saying. All right, so now I have used the double oval punch, and I'm using the one that is scalloped. And this one's going to say, "You're such a blessing." I am using all 4 sentiments that are part of the stamp set. And let me stamp the middle of that. And then we are going to put a dimensional on the top. And then we're going to put a dimensional on the bottom. That way, when I put this on here, it will straddle this piece of thread. If you put it on it, it's going to kind of just move a lot. Okay, so this one at least gets it to where it's straddling that piece of basic white twine or linen thread. I don't know why they call them both linen thread and twine. Let's see. All right. Now, this is where our rhinestone basic jewels come in. Now, if you notice on my first card, because depending on the piece of designer series paper you cut, I have a butterfly, and it looks like that. So I was able to put rhinestones on the butterfly like that. But on this piece, I have a butterfly that's over here that is already looks like he's in flight. And so what I'm going to do with that one is I'm still going to put some rhinestones on it, but I'm going to put it on the tail part of his body just to give him a little. So I only put 2. I think I used 3. Did I use 3? No, I only used 2 on that one. And then I'll just put a couple of them right there. But there you have it. There is essentially card number 3. So in the kit, you'll have one of these butterflies as part of your DSP. So it could be either one of them in the kit, but there is card number 3. Super colorful. And I didn't want to just put the designer series paper and a couple of mats. So I really wanted to kind of bring out the color. And so I was like, But you know what? You could also, for your base, if you're doing this card, you could also get away with using Cajun Craze. And then that looks like Rich Razzleberry, but I might be wrong. And then you can also get away with Mossy Meadow if you wanted to as well. But for mine, I went ahead and used Crushed Curry. So there's card number 3. And then the last card is just going to be something super simple. Let me get my pieces out. This is a landscape card. And so we have our basic white base. I keep moving that. Let's stamp the back. And then on the front, we have, I'm going to be using the other side here. We have this piece of designer series paper. I have a cat underneath me right now. I'm like, what is that noise coming out from my feet? And it's a cat. chewing on something. There's a piece of plastic down there. Okay, so we're going to get this one matted. There we go. So we have this piece of Designer Series paper on this piece of Mossy Meadow. And then we're going to put that on the front. Go. We'll get that centered. There we go. All right. And then let me bring back this because I've got a couple of things I'm going to do here. One of them is we're going to color. I'm going to color another pumpkin. I'll try to do this quickly. I probably should have done this piece already because it's almost the same pumpkin as the first one. So let's get all that colored in. I don't know if y'all can hear that cat. It's my son's cat. But hey, at least Archie's not yelling. Archie's the one y'all normally hear in the background, but he knows that Chris isn't home right now, so. And I'm going to bring my color lifter here in a minute. I'm not going to bother with the stem on that one because it's going to get covered up, because I wanted to use this other die cut and put this on top of my pumpkin. And what am I using? This one's Light Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to color all of the little greenery. Where I see greenery, it feels like I need to get a new Mossy Meadow. My end is not as sharp as it used to be. Let's see. Just gotta watch me do some painting, some coloring here. And it's like process of elimination while I'm doing this. Okay. Did I get all of them? There's one right there. I think I got them all. I think there's one right there behind that one. Okay, I think I got them all. And then I'm going to do the centers with this light soft suede. I'm just going to go in really lightly. Just to get the centers. And then the outside, the flowers, I'm actually doing in, I want to say this is light, yeah, this is Light Daffodil Delight. And we're going to color in the little. Now, if you're not a blends person, y'all know we also have the pencils, the colored pencils. And we also have aqua painters. Lots to choose from when it comes to doing your little coloring like this. And let me do, I think I've got all of those. Now, the smaller ones, I used these little flowers right here. I used light Cajun Craze just to give a little bit of color to help with that pumpkin. Oh, I also did the little flowers too. I did these little things here. Just a little dab in the middle of those. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, I missed one over here. I missed that one. There we go. All right. Now let me get my color lifter. Take away some of the color. Just a little. All right, now let's put this together. bring this back. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this pumpkin. Put that right there. And then put some dimensionals on the back of this little bouquet of flowers. And then we're going to put that, oh, that went too high. Hold on. Bring that down just a little bit. There we go. Now let's put that over. And then I use the double oval punch. And the oval one is with Mossy Meadow. And then I have the smaller piece. And we're going to stamp You Are Missed. And then let's put this. Let's mat this on there. And then we're going to pop this up with, you guessed it, a dimensional. I'm going to put this off to the side. And then I have a piece of basic white twine. And where's my glue dots? Oh, it's twisted. Glue dot. And we'll put that kind of right there. And let me trim this other side just a tad. And there is the last card. Card number 4. All right. Let me pull this up just a little bit. You can kind of see all of them at the same time. So we have that one. We have that one. We have that one. And this one right here. Let's see if I can get that in there so y'all can see that one as well. Let's see. I think y'all can see all of those at the same time. But there you have it. That is going to be the free kit in the mail that you can get for August with your order of $25 or more. With your order of $50 or more, you will get a package of basic rhinestone jewels to kind of go with it, to help bling it up wherever you want to bling it up. And don't forget, everything is cut for you, die cut for you, embossed. I am going to be cutting kits at retreat, and so I'm not going to be able to get kits out for anybody that orders starting tomorrow through Wednesday. I'm not going to be able to get kits out that quick. They'll be mailed out probably most likely Monday, and so I'll try to get ahead of it by cutting some kits while I'm at retreat, because I have to order more of this designer series paper too. And so just know that if you place your order beginning tomorrow, the host code I'm going to be populating tonight after it turns midnight Mountain Time. And so I'll be posting the host code later. So in the supply list, all you'll have to do is refresh your page in order to see the new host code. Right now in the supply list, it's not there. And so, but you'll notice, because if you open it now, well, after I post the video, it's not there. But then if you open it later, it'll be there. So that way you know what host code to use. And so, but then also remember, I am using this particular suite for my make and takes for the October retreat. So if you enjoyed these cards, you're going to enjoy the projects as well for the October retreat. So that's just a little hint. And if you can't make it, don't forget, you can take it to go. Look at some comments. Oh, let me catch up on some other comments. Okay, so Oh, hi, Marcia. Terry, no, I'm not going to On Stage in Arlington. Like, I'm registering, but I'm not going because all I want is the goodies. Besides, that is the week in before the huge Christmas showcase at the Freeman Coliseum here in San Antonio. And so I know I'll be doing some last minute stuff for the craft fair. It's a huge deal over here. So I'm not going to be actually going. Thank you, Pat. Marcia wanted to know, what did you use on the pumpkin? Um, if you're asking about the color, it's Cajun Craze. It's the Cajun Craze blends. And then I used the color lifter to take some of the color off and give a little highlight. That was what I intended to do on both of these actually. So Cajun Craze blends with the color lifter. And thank you, Corin. Thank you, everybody. Trying to get through all of the comments here. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Lisa. So thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the cards and show the Hello Harvest bundle and the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. The paper really is gorgeous, you guys. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this, you'll want to get your hands on it. So thank you all for joining me today, whether you were watching from YouTube or Facebook. And have a great day. Make sure to stay cool, check on your elderly neighbors and their pets. But most of all, make sure you stay crafty. So y'all have a great day. Bye.